Hi y'all, it's Big Mama,
Fat Daddy.
Big and Fat, and as you know from the first couple of videos that we posted today, we spent the day at the water park, um, celebrating Loving Day. We kind of told you a little bit about Richard and Mildred Loving and what they did um, to make our family possible. Um, so, you know, they're people that we will forever be grateful for. But I wanted to kind of tell you a little bit of history about before um, Mr. and Miss Loving. And, you know, for for always until then, until 1967, there was um, debate all over the country about whether or not interracial couples should be allowed to be married. And so, of course, that court case decided the last 16 states of that. And so, before um, Richard and Mildred Loving, there was Andrew Kinney and Mahala, let me get her name right, Mahala Miller. Um, and that was and they were married in November of 1874. I'm looking to make sure that I get everything right here. I will also, um, on our Facebook page, share a article that you can read more about them on. And so November 4th, 1874, is when interracial marriage became legal at our capital. However, it was not legal in the state of Virginia. So DC it was legal, Virginia it was not. Um, so people from Virginia would go to the capital in order to get married, which is the same thing that the Lovings did 85 years later. 85, is that right? 84, sorry. 84 years later, they did the same thing. Um, and this was still an issue then. And so the Kennys were um, later on, they already had two children, two sons at this point. They got married. They went home. They thought everything was okay. Um, about 3 years later, they were arrested. They went through courts. This went all the way up to the highest court of the land, to the court, Court of Appeals. And they decided then that it was illegal, immoral, against God, all of these things for interracial couples to be married. Um, they were fined in, let's see, 1878, I believe it was, $500 each for being married. So $1,000 between the two of them. $1,000, like, that's a lot to us now. So, like, our family, I mean, that would really, if we had to just come up with $1,000 right now,
Yeah.
uh, we would not be happy about that. And so, to come up with $1,000 total in 1878, I can't I can't even begin to imagine like how much money that would be today. That's crazy to me. Um, and so all of this goes on, and you know, and they were punished. They were told that they were told by the judge, if you don't like, if you still want to be married, if you want this to be recognized, this is invalid um, in our state. If you want this to be recognized, then you need to go somewhere, to another state, another country, another area that recognizes this, because we do not. It is against the law, and that's it. Um, and then a whole 84 years later, it finally become legal, and that was only 54 years ago today. That's, I mean, that's like my my mother's lifetime, the Whalen's mother's lifetime, like, definitely our grandparents' lifetime. I just can't. 54 years. It's just not very long. What are you doing? Do you like his beard? And so we are so glad for the decisions that, and then it was a unanimous decision that, our country made 54 years ago.
Except for Alabama, because the last law that was that prevented interracial marriage was repealed in the year 2000 in Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
See?
Alabama was the holdout.
Okay.
And then it wasn't until the year 2000 that that was the last law on the books that prevented interracial marriage was in Alabama. And it was finally repealed in the year 2000.
Abby, what did we do? Can you tell them?
We won!
We won! Yay!
That's why we're wearing these shirts. It said we won June 12th, 1967. It's extremely important. It's an extremely important date regardless, but especially to our family, because without these people making this type of, having to go through that, make that type of sacrifice to fight for the love they had for each other, then we wouldn't be able to be together, and in turn our family wouldn't be able to be together. So this is why we are such advocates for everyone's right to be with who makes them happy.
Absolutely. Hey, do you want to tell them anything? What did we do? Tell
We
them.
won!
We won! Are you happy? Hey, do we have crazy hair? Hey, can you say cool hair don't care? Can you tell them cool hair don't care?
She's
No.
trying to act like she's shy. She's absolutely not shy. Don't let her fool you.
We're trying to get some video of Miss Abby, but she is way too busy doing everything else.
Yeah.
I need poop.
You need to poop.
I'm sure they love that information.
Okay.
Savannah, can you
Can you
take her
take
to
her?
the bathroom, please?
Okay, well, on that note,
Out of the mouth of babes.
wrong bathroom? Okay.
Excuse
On
me.
that note, when you know better,
You do better.
bye.
See ya.